Hello again, everybody. I'm Chris. I'm all set to count down this week's 40 most played country songs in the USA, compiled by MediaBase 24/7 for Valentine's Day weekend, February 14th, 2026. Before I get started counting down this week's biggest hits, let's take a look back at last week's top three. Number 3 was Choosing Texas by Ella Langley. Number 2 was It Won't Be Long by George Burge. And the number 1 song for the second week was Favorite Country Song by Hardy. Now, what will be your favorite country song this week? Will it be Hardy? Will it be somebody else? Let's begin our journey to find it out. Here's the first of the 40 biggest hits, Shane Prophet. He slips a notch to number 40 with Long Live Country. At number 39, slipping back one, it's Caroline Jones and No Tellin'. At number 38, slipping back one, it's Lauren Elena and Chase Matthew with All My Exes. Moving up 3 notches to number 37, second week on the countdown, it's Zach Top with South of Sanity. At number 36, slipping back one, John Morgan with Kid Myself. At number 35, climbing one, it's JR, Josh Rouse with Hate How You Look. At number 34 again this week, it's Nate Smith and Tyler Hubbard with After Midnight. At number 33 again this week, it's Gavin Adcock with Never Call Again. Falling 2 spots to number 32, it's Locash with Wrong Hearts. And holding steady at number 31, Bailey Zimmerman with Chevy Silverado. In their 7th week in the countdown, they slipped 2 spots to number 30, Corey Kemp and Cole Wetzel with Rocky Mountain Low. At number 29, slipping back 2 spots, it's Kelsey Ballerini and Baggage. Falling 3 spots to number 28 in his 28th week on the chart, Preston Cooper with Weak. At number 27, slipping down 1, it's Megan Moroney and Beautiful Things. Falling 4 spots from 22 to number 26 is Chris Young with Till the Last One Dies. At number 25, slipping back 1, it's Old Dominion and Making Good Time. And making a headway up 5 spots to number 24, Tucker Wetmore and Brunette. Holding steady at number 23, second week in a row, it's Riley Green and Change My Mind. And here's the week's fastest climbing hit, up 10 spots to number 22. It's Luke Combs with Sleepless in a Hotel Room. And holding at number 21 for the week, Vincent Mason and Wish You Well. In his 29th week in the countdown, he spends another week at number 20, Chris Jansen and Me and a Beer. At number 19, slipping 2 spots, Miranda Lambert and Chris Stapleton, called A Song to Sing. At number 18 again this week, Jordan Davis with Turn This Truck Around. Slipping 1 to number 17, it's Morgan Wallen and Post Malone called I Ain't Coming Back. In her 41st week on the countdown, she's up 3 spots to number 16, Megan Patrick with Golden Child. At number 15 again this week, it's Ty Myers with Ends of the Earth. At number 14 again this week, Cody Johnson and The Fall. Here's a song that's been on the chart for a year now, 53 weeks, spending another week at number 13, Rascal Flatts and the Jonas Brothers with I Dare You. At number 12 again this week, it's Dylan Scott, called What He'll Never Have. And the 11th ranked country hit again this week, it's Luke Combs with Days Like These. Alright, the first of the 10 biggest hits belongs to Max McNown. It's called Better Me For You. From his high point last week at number 2, falling to number 9, George Burge and It Won't Be Long. The number 8 song this week, climbing 1, it's Justin Moore with Time's Ticking. At number 7, moving up 1, Thomas Rhett and Jordan Davis with Ain't a Bad Life. Well, after 2 weeks at number 1, Hardy falls to number 6 this week with Favorite Country Song. The number 5 song this week, climbing 1, it's Shabuzi and Jelly Roll called Amen. At number 4, climbing 1, it's Morgan Wallen with 20 Cigarettes. The number 3 song this week, from Jason Aldean, he climbs a notch with How Far Does a Goodbye Go. The number 2 song in the nation this week belongs to Ella Langley. She climbs a notch with Choosing Texas. And the number 1 song in country music this week, taking 39 weeks to get here, and this becomes his first number 1 country hit. Congratulations to Hudson Westbrook as he climbs 6 notches from number 7 all the way to number 1 with House Again from his Texas Forever CD. And that is our countdown of this week's 40 most played country records in the USA. Join me again next week. Once again, we'll count them down. We'll find out who's got the number 1 song in country music. Thanks for listening.